If you're a man and you want to boost your testosterone naturally, or a woman and you just want to have healthier, more regular hormone levels, and you're not doing these things, you're dropping the ball big time. So here are 5 things, nice band-aid, right? 5 things that you can do to boost your testosterone in males or regulate your hormones in females, or at least help to do so. Number 1, first and foremost, sleep. Just get 6 to 8 hours a night, 6 on the low end, nothing less than that on average. 7 is the sweet spot for me, that's where I feel best. When you are chronically sleep deprived, all of your hormones are way out of whack. Your appetite's gonna be dysregulated, your cravings are gonna be worse, your testosterone is gonna be lower. If you're a female, everything's gonna be out of whack. And if you're out there wanting to build muscle, which you might be because you follow me and this is a fitness page, and if you're on a weight loss journey, which a lot of you are if you follow my page because this is a health and fitness page, a study was recently published that showed subjects who were chronically sleep deprived in a diet phase versus subjects who slept adequate amounts, 60% of the weight that they lost over the course of their diet was lean mass. 60%, so 6/10 of every pound was lean tissue, muscle, instead of body fat. So sleep well and you'll hang on to more muscle when you cut or diet.
He's absolutely right. Sleep is one of the most important things. We got to dial in the sleep first, priority number 1, before we even think about food, before we even think about movement. I'm a huge proponent of working out, obviously, but getting that sleep dialed in is priority number 1. We talked about those studies on being able to lose weight. Now, one thing that people don't realize is that, especially when it comes to sleeping, that's when we start to rebuild our body. And you can only do that when you hurt certain cycles of your sleep. And if you have been listening to my page, you've heard me talk about cortisol and DHEA. Now, cortisol, our stress hormone, and it's there to help us deal with the outside world. So in the story of our hormones, you could think of cortisol kind of like the antagonist and DHEA as the protagonist. So the cortisol is there. It's very important for us to help us deal with the outside world, but it's breaking down tissue. It is catabolic, okay? Now we have DHEA. When we're sleeping at night, when we're feeling safe, we're finally able to let our body rest, recover. We're in that parasympathetic nervous system mode, and we're able to finally rejuvenate our body, okay? So our DHEA is there to counter the negative effects of cortisol. Now, cortisol is extremely important. DHEA, though, is there to help us really balance that cortisol out. And there are multiple tests that we can take. A Dutch test is a great test to really see how their body is metabolizing throughout all these different hormones. And also, I have a few other tests like the fluids IQ, the cortisol test, a cortisol awakening response test to really see how our body is reacting to. But that's why sleep is so important, because we need to be able to balance off the negative effects of the cortisol,